Britney Spears is speaking out. The pop star took to Instagram to share a message with fans, sharing a video of her performing Toxic on stage and writing, "I'll always love being on stage, but I am taking the time to learn and be a normal person. I love simply enjoying the basics of everyday life. Each person has their story and their take on other people's stories. We all have so many different beautiful lives." The 39-year-old concluded the post on a cryptic note saying, "Remember, no matter what we think we know about a person's life, it is nothing compared to the actual person living behind the lens."
This is how I show
people, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so very much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will stick around and join us in today's topic of discussion. If you have not seen the latest documentary titled Framing Britney Spears, I will leave a link down below for you guys to go check it out. I highly recommend watching it. It brings light so many things that's been going on in Britney's life and how she kind of got in this situation to begin with. I think there's a lot of people out there who have not known how serious this situation is, or for that matter, how it got to be this way to begin with. A lot of us were left confused and concerned and just not really understanding why things happened the way they did. This documentary could not have came at a better time. I think that not only does it raise awareness on the situation, but it's sparking a conversation with even more people that were not aware of the situation to begin with. Britney Spears started at such a young age. It came like second nature for her because she was so talented. As the years went on and she kind of started going more independently and singing and becoming Britney Spears, not just part of a group, but, you know, an individual, things really started to change. And there was no one there navigating Britney through all of this. It was all just a learning experience. So every time something would happen, she would have to learn from that on her own. She had no one there helping her through. No one there knew what the crap they were doing. So everyone was just navigating through with Britney. Back then, paparazzi was so much different than it is now. You know, now we have social media and most influencers, celebrities, artists, they share their stories, they share their life on social media. So even though we still have paparazzi, it's nothing like what it was back in the late 90s and the early 2000s. It was crazy, you guys. It was even worse for someone like Britney, someone so well known. I have seen photos of the paparazzi bombarding this woman. In this documentary, it actually shows Britney terrified for her life, asking the paparazzi to please back away. She's scared. You can see in certain parts where she's like biting on her fingers.
Guys, let her out. Come on, go. Back up. Come let her out. Let her out. Let her walk.
I feel you. They shouldn't harass you like that, Britney Spears.
Hi, Britney. How you doing today?
Britney.
You look gorgeous.
Early. What the fuck, man? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
It's scary. It's scary to look at, to watch. You know, when I seen these video clips, it scared me and I wasn't even there. So I can only imagine how terrifying it was for her. And yet again, here she is having to navigate through this basically on her own with no advice or help from anyone. Now, the big mental break that everyone talks about when it comes to Britney is when she decided to shave her head. And everyone has made this big, huge thing about it. I believe that Britney didn't do this because she was having a mental break. Britney did this because the paparazzi would not leave her alone. They attacked her. They were constantly looking for a story that wasn't there or turning something into this negative thing and making Britney look so bad. There's that situation where Britney had her little baby in her lap going down the road. And of course, the media went crazy with that, saying that she was a bad mom, paparazzi, you know, taking all these photos. And in reality, Britney sat down with Matt Lauer and she said, I had my baby in my lap because paparazzi was on my car, beating on my windows, and I was scared for my child. So I grabbed my baby out of the car seat, held him close to me, and drove away. And the media took that and turned it into a circus, making it look like she was a bad mother. These kinds of stories went on for years, and it piled on top of each other, and Britney finally caved. After dealing with the paparazzi forever and dealing with the media and dealing with all the nastiness, she finally broke and decided to give them exactly what they wanted. A story. That's when Britney decided to shave her head. I feel in my heart, some people would look at this and say, she's crazy, she's lost it, she's lost her mind. But to me, this shows defiance. This shows strength. It just shows, you know what? You want to push me? I'm going to give you something. You want to say all these horrible, bad stories about me that aren't true? Let me give you something to talk about. And in my opinion, that showed an amount of strength that not many celebrities or artists or anybody shows in today's world. The media and the paparazzi pushed her to no end until she broke. It's like they wanted her to break because the truth is drama sells. And so they didn't care about her well-being. In their eyes, Britney was not a person. She was dollar signs, and that's all they seen. They picked her apart until there was absolutely nothing left. And then they threw her away and stopped talking about it. Once Britney went and got help and got out of the scene and everything, people stopped talking about it as much, and it stopped becoming relevant news. Other than Britney Spears' true supporters and fans, people have went on about life and kind of just forgotten about Britney. And it's just really sad because the situation she's in now, due to all of this, is horrific. As most of you guys probably know, Jamie Spears, which is Britney's dad, is over her conservatorship. Now, a conservatorship is something that is usually put into place for elderly people, people who cannot take care of themselves, who can't take care of their finances, who can't go and get things for themselves or live life without help. Britney Spears is most definitely not one of those people. She has worked her ass off literally her whole life. She has been an independent woman. You do not get several MTV Moon Men and platinum records sold if you are a hard-working person who is very much independent and doesn't need anyone. They took Britney at her weakest moment due to the media and the paparazzi picking her apart, and Jamie Spears walked in and just took it all away from her. And it's so disgusting to me, you guys. It literally makes my stomach turn to know that he is over her estate, over her money, over everything, and she has no control over her own life, basically. In this documentary, it really does share a lot of information about Britney Spears and her dad's relationship. There wasn't one. She was traveling and doing all of this and becoming famous and well known for being so talented and amazing. Her dad was nowhere to be found. One of Britney Spears' business people actually said the one and only thing they ever heard Jamie Spears say about his daughter is, when my daughter gets famous, she's going to buy me a boat. On top of the fact that they never had a relationship, he had to file bankruptcy because he lost all of his money and he wasn't good with money. So why on earth would you take someone who has filed bankruptcy and put them over a conservatorship? Like, it just doesn't even make sense. I don't know who this judge is or what they're thinking, but even if they felt like Britney truly did need someone over her estate, over her money, why would you choose someone who literally had nothing to do with her life and who is horrible with money, and it's on record that he's horrible with money? It makes no sense to me. Britney has fought like hell when it comes to this conservatorship. Even though she has very little control over situations, she's still doing everything she can do. She tried to hire an attorney to take the case and help her fight this, and the judge told her she couldn't have her own attorney and basically gave her a court-appointed attorney. They don't get the job done. You're just a step on their way to the top. They don't really care, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm sure there's great court-appointed attorneys out there, but in a situation like this, you need a good attorney, and they wouldn't even let Britney have her own attorney. The saddest part about all of this, as they went to court and as Britney has tried her best to fight the situation and get her dad off of her conservatorship, she's not only paying for her court costs, but she's also paying for her conservator, which is Jamie Spears, and his attorneys as well. I can only imagine what goes through Britney's mind, or, you know, what she thinks inside. Even through all of this, if you watch Britney Spears' Instagram, she is still so bubbly, so sweet, so kind, and she's got this innocence about her that is just, it's always been there. Even though she's much older and she's went through all of this stuff, she still has this innocence and sweetness about her. That shows strength, you know? It shows strength that you can go through all of this and still be a kind and good person. And anyone out there who says that Britney is not strong, or Britney is not a strong, independent woman, is so stupid. I mean, look at everything she's been through, and she is still on top, smiling and happy. Y'all don't care what anyone says. She doesn't get the credit she deserves. She doesn't get the spotlight she deserves. Until her father gets off of her conservatorship, she has basically refused to do anything. She's not going to work. She's not going to make him any more money. Why would she do that? Why would she work her ass off to pay her father money? There's a lot of people that want to question her Instagram post, saying that things are very cryptic on there, that she's trying to share certain messages and things like that without coming out and saying it, because she can't even just say what she wants freely. When I see people on her Instagram saying, "What happened to you? Why do you act like this now?" it outrages me to no end, because she has every right to act the way she does. Her Instagram is like the last piece of something she has that is hers. And she can be goofy and silly and just have a good time. And she shouldn't have to have a reason to do those things, you guys. Like, she deserves that. She deserves more than that, but she damn sure deserves that. Like I said, if you guys have not watched this documentary, it's a little over an hour long. I would highly, highly recommend you go check it out. It is so good, and I really do feel like if you're not up to speed on this situation, it's a good one to watch. It's going to really open your eyes to so much. Go check it out. I will leave it in the link down below. That is it for this video, you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think that Britney needs this conservatorship and that Jamie is in the right? Or are you Team Britney, #Free Britney? Leave that in the comments down below if you are. Also, if you want to stay in the loop with everything going on in the drama world, be sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell for post notifications. That way you are notified every single time I upload. I appreciate you guys too, the moon and stars. And until next time, bye-bye.